So we're going to bring you a drama now, and John and Les are going to come and bring that drama to us. And all you need to know is a tenant has a problem, and the landlord has come to find out what the problem is with the roof.
Good morning, Mr. Evans. I understand there's a bit of a structural problem with your rented property.
Yes. Thank you for coming so quickly, Mr. Linton. I'm afraid it's rather an urgent problem.
Well, let's have a look then. Don't want any of my tenants to suffer any kind of discomfort or inconvenience.
Well, basically, it's a problem with the roof. It's rather a large hole.
Good grief. How on earth did that happen? Was it a natural occurrence? Lightning? Thunder? Gales?
No.
Well, an unusual flying object.
Now,
Well, I'm going to need much more specific details for my insurance claim, Mr. Evans. I mean, that hole's big enough for a man to come through.
you've hit the nail on the head there, Mr. Linton.
What? A man came through? What was it then? A robbery? Oh, they're devious, aren't they? You lock up your windows and doors and the blighters smash in through your roof. Honestly, what will they think of next?
Well, actually, it wasn't a robber as such. It's rather difficult to explain. You see, he was in a roundabout kind of way a guest.
A guest? Well, I've heard of dropping in on your friends and neighbours, but that just about takes the biscuit.
Sorry, I'm not being very clear here, Mr. Linton. Coming through the roof was not his first option, but he couldn't physically get in through the door.
Ah, explain no more, Mr. Evans. I think I've got it. There's some sort of fault with the lock mechanism of the door, so you and your guest had to break in through the roof to gain entry.
No, I was already in. Probably in the...
That's good. That's good.
I was already in. There's a number of other guests, so entry via the door was blocked.
Hang on a minute. What do you mean entry via the door was blocked? How many people did you have in here exactly?
Oh, I don't know. Probably in the region of 100.
100? Stone the living crows.
Maybe a few more.
Gracious man. What do you think the health and safety mob will think? They'll come down on me like a ton of bricks. Don't you realise that this property is designed to house at maximum a family of 4?
Yes, Mr. Linton, yes.
Well, what were you playing at? I suppose you was having one of those newfangled rave things.
No, nothing like that, I can assure you.
Oh, that's what you say. I don't doubt you had the place full of drugs and booze and floozies.
Really, I promise you, nothing could be further from the truth.
Well, what were you up to then with 100 people that resulted in there being a whacking great hole in my roof?
Well, have you heard of this man called Jesus who's travelling around teaching and healing at the moment?
Oh, yeah. The wife caught his Sermon on the Mount the other day. Said it was very good.
Yes, well, I invited him round to speak to a group of my friends and, well, things got a bit out of hand. Soon the place was teeming with people and I was powerless to stop it.
Yeah, carry on.
Well, unbeknown to me, a paralysed man had been brought by his friends to see Jesus, but of course by the time they arrived, the house was chocker and there was no way through the door. So they...
I think I've got it. They took him up on the roof, removed my lovely tiles and bunged him down that way.
Basically, yeah.
So what happened next then?
Well, I think Jesus was pretty chuffed that the friends had such a strong faith, so he simply said, "Son, your sins are forgiven." Well, of course, that set some of the religious leaders off right away, accusing him of blasphemy, and
Oh, I bet it did.
it soon shut him up though. I tell you, I saw with my own eyes him smile at this paralysed man and say, "Pick up your stretcher and go home." You're healed. And this guy just got up, picked up his stretcher and pushed his way through the gobsmacked crowd. Amazing.
Sounds pretty incredible.
I promise you it's the absolute truth.
Oh, I believe you. Just wish I'd been here.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry about the roof. I feel awful. Do you think you'll be able to claim on your insurance all right?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll just put on the claim form that it was an act of God.
An act of God.
An act of God. Get it?
Get it.